because nobody's ever heard from him, and he liked to run around Tyrone, and he disappeared like that. That was the end of Norman.
In our very first episode, we gave you an understanding of what happened the day of Kathleen Shea's disappearance. We also talked to 2 local residents who gave their opinions on the entire situation. Since then, I have talked to 2 more residents who gave their own personal experiences with the entire disappearance. The first person I talked to was a man named Charlie Mills. He gave an explanation on what he thinks happened to Kathleen Shea.
I still got suspicions of what could have happened all these years because I didn't like a certain person, and I thought maybe he would be the type of person to do it. And then he disappeared. I don't know whatever happened to him because I knew him quite well, and he disappeared right after Kathy disappeared. I don't know if he left town. I don't know if he wound up dead or just whatever happened. I have no idea in this world. And his name was Norman Shea. I don't know whatever happened to him. I've wondered and could never find out whatever happened to Norman Shea.
Norman Shea, the uncle of Kathleen Shea. I researched the name Norman Shea, and the only Norman Shea that I found that would come close to matching the identity of Kathleen's uncle would be a Norman Shea in Gettysburg, PA, that is at the age of 99. I feel like if Kathleen's uncle was still alive, he would be around this age. I do find it extremely chilling that Norman Shea disappears right after Kathleen Shea does. Could this mean that Norman Shea kidnapped his own niece?
There was suspicion about him, the father, and everybody that they could have been involved, but everybody that they know of. Norman, I don't know whatever happened to Norman to this day. I'd love to know what happened to Norman. Do I think he's alive? No, because nobody's ever heard from him, and he liked to run around Tyrone, and he disappeared like that. That was the end of Norman. When Kathy came missing like that, and Norman was always running around town. I've never seen him, and I don't know anybody else that ever had seen him. I've asked him what happened to Norman. Nobody seemed to know.
Off camera, Charlie said he thinks one of 2 things happened. Either A, Norman went into hiding to escape the police, or B, the father of Kathleen Shea killed his own brother. Before making this documentary, I attempted to contact the Shea family, and none of them wanted to talk. If Charlie's story is right, that the father killed his own brother, could the family be keeping quiet to cover up for their own father? This may seem like a very far-fetched idea, but it is better to think of something than nothing. Witnesses say that the family was cleared almost immediately by the police force. Her disappearance is considered a non-family abduction, but it is only considered. I talked to Virgie Warner, a photographer for the Altoona Mirror at the time, and a friend of Mary Alice Shea, Kathy's mother. Virgie supplied me with this baby picture of Kathy. Following the abduction of Kathy, Virgie said that the entire family lived in fear, and the children will not talk about it at all. They also bought a German Shepherd just after the abduction of Kathy Shea. The searching started from the Legion, and it spread out from there. The siblings of Kathy Shea were too young at this point to understand what was going on, but the remainder of the family was very heartbroken about this tragedy. Virgie said that Mary Alice accepted the fact that Kathy would most likely not be alive anymore, and said that she thanks God that she is in a better place now. That is it for this episode of Kathy Shea, Tyrone's Biggest Mystery. In the next episode, I'm hoping to talk to the state police in Hollidaysburg and examine the 1,000-page document that they have in their files.